Okay, today we're going to begin our publisher unit, and at first we're going to design an employee name badge. All of the publisher activities will, for the most part, be left up to you how you want them to look. They just have certain minimum requirements that must be included. So first, to use publisher, we go to the Start button, and we open up Publisher. If it's not located here, all you have to do is start typing PUB and it'll pop up in your list of programs. And the instructions for the name badge said that we need to choose the setup that is an 8.5 by 11. And the first thing that we want to do is go ahead and save this. So let me pause. Okay, so we go to File, Save As, and we want to put it on our desktop just like all the others. And you can just call it P-2 name badge and save. So now that we are here, we want to make sure that we set our margins to narrow. So we're going to go to View, Page Design, Margins. We want to set it to narrow. And the first instruction that you're given is to create two boxes, and this is located in the text boxes. So if we go back to home, we're going to say draw a text box, and it specifically says that you want to create two boxes that are 3.5 inches wide and 2.5 inches tall. To do this, you need to refer to the rulers that are up top. So I'm going to start at the number 1 and go 3, so that's 1, 2, 3.5 inches, and we want to do 2.5 inches wide. 1. We can adjust this. So I'm going to go ahead and make it like this, and then when I'm on this part right here, let's take the whole text box and move it. Let's move this to the 1 and make this 2.5 inches tall. So 1, 2.5 right there. Okay, so we have our front side, and then it says to copy and paste this. So I'm going to right click, copy, right click here and paste. Okay, so now we have 2, if you look. Alright, and let's move this one so that we are at the 1 just like the other. Okay, so in the first badge it says to give it a border. So we're going to right click and we're going to format the text box. And so we have to put a color border around it. So you can choose any color you like. I'm going to go with black for now. And it says to make that border a 1 point. So right here, this is what it's referring to in the width, and we want to make that 1 point. Click OK. So now you can see that. Let's go ahead and do that on the bottom also. Format text box. Change the color. This will also make it easier for us to see each box. Okay, so on the front side of the badge it says to include the Skateboard Inc.'s logo installed from the Skateboard Inc.'s resource CD. For you guys, remember this is located in your Google Drive, so we need to go to our Google Drive, and it'll be in your 8th period Principle of Infotech folder that is shared with you, and it's located under the Skateboard Inc. logos. You want to choose the one that is a JPEG, and we're going to choose this and go ahead and download it to your desktop. So we're going to make this smaller, and I'm going to drag and drop it onto the desktop so that it's easy to find and use. Let's see, where did it go? There it is right there. Okay, and since I'm already here, let's go ahead and download the other logo, which is this one, and we'll use it in a later publisher project. The 3D sky view is going to be used later, so we're going to drag and drop that on the desktop also. Okay, so we can get out of our Google Drive and go back to our publisher project. Alright, so resize the logo so that it's proportional with the rest of your document. So we're going to, right here, we're going to insert a picture, and we want to choose it from the desktop, grab that logo. Now it should be fairly small because you don't want it to take up all the information, your name and everything else. Let's start at about that size for now. We're going to put our name on here and the title Microsoft Office Specialist. So let's hit enter a couple of times. And again, you can choose any font you want, and you can make it the size you want. It just has to look appropriate. You can change the colors if you would like, but the bare minimum is to have your first and last name and Microsoft Office Specialist. And let's capitalize Specialist. Okay. Alright, so inside, that's the front side of the badge, and we want to... I thought we wanted to put a picture. Okay, the picture's going to go on the back. Alright, so since that's the case, let's make this a little bit bigger. Perfect. Alright, on the back, we're going to make a rectangular box measuring 1 inch wide by 1.25 inches tall with a 1-point border. So inside the text box, we're going to draw another text box. Or, yeah, okay, so box, and it needs to be 1 inch wide. So if I start here at the 1 inch wide, and 1 1/4 inches tall. So this is where let's see, I started right there, so that's 1/2 inch. That's a whole inch, and halfway between the half is 1/4. This, okay, so let's grab our box here, fit it in there nice and neat. Okay, and we want to format this by right click, right click, format the text box. Let's give it a border, and it's going to have a 1-point border. Okay, 1 inch, good. Alright, and so inside the border we want to insert a photo of ourselves. So you need to get the digital camera, take a picture of yourself, and insert it here. I'm going to insert the picture I've already taken of myself. And we want to format this. Let's cut out some of that background by cropping it. You can do this with your picture as well. Really just need your face. Okay. Let's put that in here. And okay. Something like that. And then we want to Use a rectangular, draw a box that measures 3.5 inches wide by 0.5 inches tall and place it 0.25 inches down from the top of the box. So we're going to do, from the top of the box, we want to do 3.5 inches wide. So we're going to insert a rectangle shape, rectangle. That's 1, 2, 3.5 inches wide, and just a quarter. So don't cover up your picture. Right there. You can actually make this just cover the whole length of the card. Okay, and we want to bring it down just a tad there and format that. Let's fill it with black. Solid fill, okay, and change that to black. Alright, kind of looks like one of those magnetic strips now. And then the rest of what you're going to do here is below your name, or to the side of your name, you're going to type in everything else on number 7 that starts with "this card is your official Skateboards Inc. identification," so on, so on, so on. If you add any other graphics or any other special features to your card, that is going to be worth extra credit. It is up to you. So finish filling in the text here, and then you will be done. Make sure that you click save, and you send it to me on yourclassroom.google.com.